And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. All right, let's get rolling. Well, not quite yet. We got another about hour and a half till we have to get out of here. So let's take a look at what I have in my inventory. We got some wood block spikes. We got some ladders, bows, wood planks. Yeah, we're going to need some more wood on the way out, but this should be a good way to start. So if you guessed, yes, today we're going to continue working on that new base of ours, which is why I have a bunch of junk kind of on me and some secure storage chests and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that should be pretty good. I also made a new bow. It is a poor quality wooden bow, but it's better than the faulty wooden bows we've been using. So I may start upgrading some of my tools soon, because we are level, let's see, level 8 right now. Well, and this went up overnight, which I thought was pretty cool too. So, that's nice. Killed 41 zombies, died once. 36 recipes known. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And we have some good protection thanks to that helmet we're wearing. Yeah. We also should be able to make some... Interesting. Is there a preset there, maybe? We should also now be able to make... I think I got iron armor at some point. We got forged iron, pipe bomb repair tool, metal trussing. I could have sworn we got sort of armor. Armor. Oh no, we got leather armor. That's right. That schematic we got in the other game was actually leg armor. Let's also take our cooking pot out there. That should serve us well. I've also, as you can see, taken down some of these frames because we don't really need them. We just need enough to stand on in here, and I think that's the daylight sound I just heard, so let's get out of here. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, so let's pull up our map. And I believe... Yep, there it is. Okay, good. I forgot your markers actually stayed, so let's get rolling, shall we? We're also going to want some more stones. Alright, let's get mobile. No use standing around like a target out here. Okay, so yeah, building a base. Some of you guys may think that base building is a little bit boring to watch, but personally, I think it's part of the game. It's an important part of the game. There's a bear. I think it's a very important part of the game. And you know, it's interesting in my mind. I actually enjoy watching other people build bases because everyone does it a little bit differently. Now, of course, this isn't going to be our permanent base. There we go. This isn't going to be our permanent base. It's going to be sort of a, I wouldn't say temporary, but sort of a middling base. It's not going to have the best defenses in the world, but it is going to be... No. Well, that was interesting. All of a sudden, everything became snowy. Yeah. Oh, because it's snowing. Oh, they need to do that better. They could fix that. That was a bit sudden and rushed. Remember, guys, as you're watching this game is an alpha, so yeah, we're not even into beta stages yet on this game. So I have no problem with it being a little bit rushed on occasion, feeling a little bit incomplete, and something's feeling a bit weird. In my mind, I was actually watching KH848, who's a much better known 7 Days to Die YouTuber. And I really think, you know, I have to agree with him on something he said, which was, I love this game. You know, honestly, if they left it where it was, they didn't do anything else to it, they just polished it up and fixed some of the bugs in it, I couldn't blame them. And I'd have a lot of fun with it for a little bit of time. They just put in a mod API and called it a day, I think it would be great. But I hear someone else. Oh, hello, ducky. Oh, crud. Anything on me I can get rid of? I shouldn't have brought this oil with me, or half the scrap I brought, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, as I was saying, that's not as necessary right now as it might be. As I was saying, I would have no issue if they just took the game as it stood right now and just kind of patched it up, cleaned it up, and called it good and sent it out. I would have no issue with that whatsoever. I think it could be, you know, if they add more to it, this could be honestly one of the best games I've ever played. You know, really one of the best games. And a lot of the plans they have for the future are really awesome, guys. I mean, they want to add electricity. Come on, man. Electricity in a zombie game. How cool is that? You know, get a generator. Actually have a use for fuel because you have to supply the generator with stuff. I mean, come on, it would be awesome. Like, you have to actually supply your generator with power and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Oh, that'd be great. I mean, I've always wanted, like, Minecraft, for example, to have that in it. And that's one of the things that drew me into mods. But doing that while having to fight zombies and in a game where you're actually designed to be fighting zombies. I mean, we all know Minecraft has zombies in it, but there's a distinct difference between having zombies in your game and your game being about a zombie apocalypse, you know? And that's one of the huge things. Minecraft doesn't do combat well. There we go. This is looking pretty good. I mean, I don't know how well this base will actually survive zombie attack, but, you know. Yeah, oh, can't pick that up, can I? How do I want to do this here? How do I want to do this? It's a darn good question. Now, one of the reasons I like this building is I'm not too worried about the structural integrity of it. For those of you who don't know, 7 Days to Die has a structural integrity mechanic. Also known as pay attention to it, or you'll be very, very sorry you didn't. Now, I kind of want to go up. Yeah, I want to go up one more. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, there is a structural integrity mechanic, and you need to pay attention to it. Anyways, if things aren't supported and held in place, they'll fall down, break up, and well, you'll wonder why your entire base just disappeared. I think I might have actually cleared this zone. I think that's why there are no zombies about. So as I was saying, I think if they keep adding stuff to this game, this could honestly be one of the best games ever I've ever played. For me personally. I mean, it's all a person-by-person basis, you know. Some people don't enjoy this. I don't think my girlfriend, for example, would really love this game. Because she's usually not a fighter. Well, okay, that's not true. She doesn't do first-person fighting, usually. She prefers games that are... Oh, well, that was stupid of me. She prefers games that are a little bit more, well, I would say contemplative and maybe more on the side of that are maybe more on the side of, you know, things like Baldur's Gate and that sort of stuff. That's more her cup of tea. How bad is this axe? Well, that's honestly more her cup of tea than... No, I can't collect that because I'm full on inventory. Great. What can I get rid of? Nothing. Okay. She prefers games that are a bit more like Baldur's Gate, RPG sort of stuff, which is cool. I mean, I love those sorts of games myself. You know, that's one of the things I really love doing. I love my RPGs, but that's more her style than sort of the first-person shooter sort of thing. And that's a lot of that's because, you know, she really never got the chance to play FPS games. Her mother, getting into that subject, was more on the side of, you know, not they cause violence, but it's just not healthy, you know. And she comes from a very strong gaming background, actually. I mean, for example, she was the one who actually got me into pen and paper gaming, to be entirely honest with you. There we go. She's the one who got me into pen and paper gaming. And actually, a good chunk of the original gaming group I was a part of were all of her family. So that's more her style. I think she would enjoy parts. She enjoys Minecraft, you know. She usually relies on me to kill things, but I think she'd enjoy playing 7 Days to Die. I need to get her a computer that can actually, you know, play it. But that's either here or there. Anyways, yes, she actually very much wants to record with me at some point. If you still watch some of my older videos, when I used to record on my laptop a lot, you'd every now and then hear her in the background. But I tend not to record on my laptop anymore, so it's kind of a moot point. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing? Well, we want to have an exit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, fine. Actually, what we're going to do is we're just going to let this thing break because... Yeah, we're just going to break this axe because it's not that good. So we're just going to let it break. As I was saying. So, yeah, that's her cup of tea more than it is necessarily mine. Or, no, this is more my cup of tea than hers. But she likes building, so she may enjoy this game. She'll probably surprise the living daylights out of me and be better at killing hordes of zombies than even I am. I want to get that pig. The problem is I don't have really access to the inside of the building yet. Yep, that's one stone axe down. Really? Apparently I'm rolling low today. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't know, she may surprise me and decide she loves this game. But, you know, be better at killing zombies in it than I am. So, yes. Other things I've been doing lately, let's see. I found one of my good friends, Tim, who is going to be joining me eventually in 7 Days to Die, reintroduced me to a game. I used to play World of Tanks, if you watch some early videos, some videos from about a year and a half ago or so. And no one watched them, and I am terrible at World of Tanks. I'm just bad. You know, you don't want to see me playing World of Tanks. I enjoy it, but you don't want to see me playing World of Tanks. Really, you don't. But he reminded me that another game by the same company is coming out. Yeah. Much to my slight chagrin, actually, because I sort of, well... Let's see where that water supply is. Okay. Straight over that one. So, as some of you guys may know, I am something of a naval history buff. And by something of a naval history buff, I mean I am Navy mad. Not as bad as some of my friends, perhaps, but I am absolutely mad for the Navy. Especially back when, excuse me, the Navy actually did things other than lobbing cruise missiles at people. No offense to the Navy. I mean, you guys have a lot of fun toys, and you have some really big explosives. Lots of big explosives. But as I was saying, that's one of the problems that, you know, and, well, nowadays it's mostly, okay, we launch a missile at you. You die. For the U.S. Navy. Versus, you know, back World War II, we had carriers and fighters. And all sorts of fun things. And, you know, taking warships engaging each other at close range. And all sorts of stuff. Whereas nowadays, sometimes it feels more like, you know, push-button warfare, if you will. So yes, I there you go. I like the, there we go. As I was saying, I prefer the old Navy, and, or the Navy of, you know, destroyers and, ooh, nice, okay. Or the Navy of, you know, destroyers and cruisers. And back when big gun ships with big guns and, you know, that sort of stuff. I understand why that all went bye-bye. I really do understand why that disappeared. I get it. But it doesn't mean I can't be a little, I don't know, wistful, I guess is the right word. No, he was probably already dead by the looks of it. Yeah, he was. Okay, that was a sync issue. Oh, I guess it wasn't. Okay. Yeah. I don't usually see them just standing there. As I was saying, and World of Warships is all about that. You know, that's what it's about. It's about the old school battleships and, you know, destroyers and cruisers and prop-driven aircraft, and before we knew what we had missiles and guided cruise missiles and surface skimming anti-shipping missiles. No, we're talking like 6-inch, 18-inch guns, that sort of stuff. And I think it's really cool, actually. But he reminded me that it's an open beta, which means that I am now convincing myself that I'll record the videos I need to record, and then I will go play it. But I will not go play it until after I record the videos I need to record, because otherwise I will be being a very, very bad YouTuber. I picked up some wood. There we go. I will be being a very bad YouTuber, and I'm not going to be that bad of a YouTuber. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. There we go. Okay. So we can climb up here now. Ta-da! And because this is an overhang, we shouldn't have issues with zombies. Alright? Or at least with spider zombies climbing up here. Spider zombies, as you don't know, can actually climb up here and cause some trouble. So let's go 1, 2, and that there. Perfect. Okay. So that should prevent anyone from climbing up here and giving me grief. Right? Right. Okay. Good. Alright. So let's get over here. Ta-da! Home sweet home. As usual, this upper level is kind of going to be our living area, because that's the easier way of doing it. Well, not easier, but it's the safer way, because even if zombies get through down below, we don't really have to worry about it. Let's just go 1 and 2. And, of course, I'm going to put my campfire down directly on wood. But we'll pretend that I have some sort of something underneath it to, make it not light on fire and blow my house up. Okay, so we're going to put in the bottles of murky water we got. We're going to put in our cooking pot, which I grabbed from our other base. And we're going to get ourselves some 4 minutes. Okay, so let's take our scrap wood. There we go. Cook that. I think we'll put the scrap... Oops, nope. Put the scrap wood in here as the stuff that we're going to be burning a lot of. And we can tear these down. There we go. Put you guys away. There we go. Inventory's looking a little bit better now. It's 3:30, so we can start putting out some of these spikes. Let's get some wood out, let's get the planks out and the frames out. Looks pretty good. Let's put some bandages on our hotbar too. Okay, we have that. Let's take out the scrap iron too. I hate using scrap iron this early, but it's probably a good thing to do, to be honest with you guys. So let's... Oops, come on, lay down. There we go. Alright, so what we're going to start doing is just laying out these iron spike. The wood spikes, right? Right. Because eventually this is going to be a wall that's protecting our base, and we're going to expand this entire thing out. Okay? So we're going to go... like this. And this should make it a little bit harder for them to attack the base directly. Okay? Now, when you first put these down, they're very easy to break. So we're going to want to upgrade them, all right? And the first upgrade just uses wood. So 1 upgrade. And then scrap iron. And I think it takes maybe 1 scrap iron per. Or 2 maybe. Yeah, I think it's 2. But this is going to make them much harder to break. And the nice thing about having the destroyed wood that we will have is that it's much easier for us. It's much easier for us with the scrap to just burn the scrap wood, rather than having to worry about, all the other stuff. Because with the scrap wood, it's just, it's scrap. We're tearing stuff out of our base and we're replacing it with scrap wood. Right? Right. Okay. Mostly because we're just tearing down these stairs, you know. Then this is actually going to be the real outer wall of our base eventually. Ta-da! And then this stuff actually burns. The wood debris burns pretty well. 48 seconds per. So it's not bad. It's actually not too bad to deal with at all. So what we'll do is that we will end up taking out most of this patio, actually, and turning that into the outer wall of the base. So the outer wall is going to sit where the edge of this patio sits. All right, so this is the edge of the patio, and this is going to actually be this block right here. Oh, hey, look at that. What am I missing here? A stick? Oh, and some wood fiber, okay. This edge of the patio will actually be the outer wall of the base, okay? So we'll probably end up moving this ladder eventually. That sounds like a bear. No, we're out of plant fiber entirely. That would be the issue. Like, this sounds like a bear. Rawr. Well, that's a bear. You just want to watch yourself because these spikes will hurt you too. There we go. Stone axe. Oh, good. Good. 114. Hey, that is faster. Nice. So I'm just going to be taking these things out. What I might do for right now, actually, is this should be supported, so I should be able to take this thing down. Yeah, there we go. This is coming down nicely. Perfect. Okay, that's nice to see. I'm going to take... The reason I'm taking... I'll kind of... I might save you. Yeah, okay. I don't know certain how long that would actually last there. But let's take the chair. Just sort of clean up out here a little bit. Oh, yeah, these windows. Oh, I really want to modify these. Actually make them solid, but I don't think I can. Not the time I have left. Because, see, these things are all secure. And these are secure now, but I don't know about these. Well, we'll have a secondary outside base out here anyways, so I'm not too bothered by it. That's my timer, but we'll just throw down a couple more of these spikes before I disconnect for the evening. Now, because these aren't flush up against the wall, they're not going to be as effective. I'm out of scrap iron, that's fine. And these aren't going to be as effective, too, because they don't have... Oh, I'm out of wood, aren't I? Yeah, I am. They're not going to be as effective, either, because I don't have any more scrap iron to put on them. So we'll have to find some more scrap iron at some point. Ow. There we go. I'm also a little low on food now, which is another huge issue. It's the problem with doing this much work outside, and I left a bunch of my food at my other base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. Well, let's close this door. There we go. And I'm going to get out some of these eggs and some more of this boiled water. And what we can do is we can take this, and that, put that into some fuel, and cook this up. There we go. So that'll give me some food, too. All right. Anyways, guys, we're also just going to throw up... I made some extra torches in the middle of the night. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Anyways, guys, this has been Mr. Kasarian. I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. As always, guys, good luck and good hunting.